Hey fellow protectors of the planet, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Anomaly Eldritch Guards, episode 39, Chilly Reception. At the start of this stream, I'm going to continue working on improving weapons and armor. But as soon as Ink gets Locust armor, I will poll you all about new priorities. I'm sort of just waiting for Ink to get the armor, and then if you want me to continue working on gear, I can, of course. But it would require a follow-up poll. Now, a lot of the guns that we have are a little low quality as well. I mean, there's a few good ones. There's a few masterworks that got made by Daedora before she kicked the bucket. But there's a lot of other guns and gear that just are really, really low quality, which is unfortunate, but that's just the way it is sometimes. Alright, Mr. Ink, I am going to take you off a bed rest, because I would very much like you to work with the deep drill for plasteel. Now, the other thing that I was considering is sending Ink in one of the horses out to the gold site, which is to the east-northeast, out this way, to get the lump of gold, because that would be a very quick way to fill the gold requirements that we need. Of course, we have 146 of it, but that would be just like a lot more gold, a lot more quickly. And gold is a lot lighter than plasteel in terms of the volume that you have to ship around. The pit rumbles. Okay, the ground shakes under your feet, and the inhuman screams echoing from the pit seem to get closer. Something will emerge soon. Okie dokie. Fine by me. It's a flesh beast emergence. And they are being drawn to our kill box, because we have open doors. So let's go ahead and rally the shooters. We are also in the process of making a bionic eye for Fred, who lost an eye. And we also have like a lot of other injuries in the colony that at some point, once we have the excess of plasteel and the like, we'll be able to fix with bionics, prosthetics, etc. So we have a lot of flesh bulb freaks rather, and then some tri-spikes. Got it. Just a bunch of flesh beasts. Ink is resting, which is weird because he's not tired, so I'm going to get him moving. I might have Fred close the door. If you could beat the tri-spikes to it. Here, I'll stun the tri-spikes, giving him a little bit of a head start. And because Fred is missing an eyeball, I'll just have him be the doorman. Alright, hitting them with some vertical pulses so they're not so effective. Now, the other unfortunate thing is that we don't exactly have the containment capacity for a lot of subjects. So all of these flesh beasts, like any that get knocked out but not killed, we won't really be able to do much with them. Which is just... wow, it's attacking this corner. Which is just the result of a lack of it ever becoming a priority. Easily, it could be fixed. Alright, now that most of the finger spikes are dead down in this corner, I will open up the gate again and let them rally towards Fred. So as far as containment goes, we have two sight stealers, which would be inferior to tough spikes. So we could always switch if any of these tough spikes don't bleed out before. We'll see. Well, I'll just keep an eye on that. But the rest of the bulb freaks... oh, A. Woolen, you're not going to be very happy. Let's get you in the mountain, but I think it's probably a little bit too late for you. So I'm just going to have you drafted and punch. should have occurred to me to, like, move the mechs, forcing them inside. So the rest of these here are just going to traverse around the map looking for targets to kill. I'm trying to think how I want to handle these ones that are taken away at the walls. Ink, that does not look like the deep drilling that I, like, told you to do. Yeah, I haven't used mechs much in this series, and that's because I was waiting for the pit gate in order to be able to get rid of my pollution easily. So a lot of that, like, lack of usage of mechs was more or less on purpose, because I was waiting for an efficient way of disposing of pollution. Because our goal of this series is to fix the planet, and I think, like, ridiculously polluting the planet is not fixing it. I know, crazy, right? But that was my feeling. So it looks to me like some of these finger spikes are going to breach, which is fine. Ink can handle a few finger spikes that get through. And we're just shooting the rest of the flesh beast that came up. Alright, I hear... Okay, I see you. I don't really want the cooler destroyed, because that's a little bit more expensive to replace, but, you know, if it happens, it happens. This is exactly where Locust Armor would be quite useful, and to be able to close the distance between ink and enemies. But no. Okay. It went pop. I'll have to replace it. Most of them are dead. This one is downed. It has 9 hours. So, Sea Panda, you are going to go carry it to there. Now, there's some perimeter wall breaches, but there's really not a lot of enemies left. There's just a few tough spikes, and most of them are, like, bleeding out. Nothing that Ink can't handle. So everyone else is effectively dismissed. Is Twitch's flesh only good for chem fuel in the series? No, there's a lot of rituals that require twisted flesh that we would still do, like summoning flesh beast shamblers, etc. Because luring the void to us is still part of our ethos. Because if the void attacks us, it's not attacking neighbors. Now, of course, this is role-playing, but, like, within that role-playing, it does make sense. Right? The more aggro that we have, we can imagine the less aggro that the rest of the globe has. So in order to help everyone else, we can draw them to us. So I think it was only the singular flesh beast that survived, or tough spike. I think the rest of them are done and gone. Alright, entity, execute. I'll have Guaro do that. No, he's not assigned to wardening. Fred, don't stand in the door like that. Alright, that wasn't so bad. Quite a lot of enemies, but managed. And we're up a tough spike, which is nice. Because our ideology has us researching void study horribly inefficient. So the more bonuses that we have, the better. Beggars desire charity. Well, we do believe in charity, so They want 39 medicine, which is one more than all of that we have. Rough. Alright, I guess. I can always make more. I just feel like, I don't know. Like, that's a big ask. Oh, so what am I missing for more? Cloth? Okay, got it. I'm gonna have to put some cloth in here at some point. Actually, it's April, May, so what I could do instead is just put the cloth on the rich soil outside, because it should be ripe in time to harvest. So both of those zones have allowed sowing. So we just have a few holes in the walls that need to get fixed. Not a big deal. Fred's Eye is ready for Fred. Slowly, Fred is becoming bionic, like fully bionic, which is kind of funny. Yeah, there's definitely people that have meds in their inventory. I know. I just don't love the idea of parting with all of our meds. But, yeah, that's fine. It's charity after all, right? Okay, Jobro is starting to roam away because we have holes in the wall. Migas. Let's have you patch that. Oh, Mikas literally can't handle animals. It's okay. Swanky, you are obviously able, being Edekin and all. I know. Sounds a little, stereotyping, but in this game, stereotyping is true. And Mikas's, clean sweep got done. Cool. Yep, good old-fashioned infestation. Red, I'm gonna have you deal with it. Actually, what is your construction? Pretty low. Someone with higher construction skill. I don't want to do Goof because Goof has a long history of being unreliable, and that's like me trying to say it as nicely as possible. So, Swanky, how about you? You want to deal with it? Where is... Or maybe even Sea Panda. No, I'll have Swanky. Alright, where are my Molotovs? Let's use the search tool. So we also now have a clean sweep, sweeping up in our little colony here. So raffle timer's up for that. So I think the clean sweeper can probably just stick to the home zones. There's really no benefit of it going outside of the home zones because it only cleans home zone anyway. So we'll get that going. So Sea Panda is still hauling out medicine to them. I only have 11 more to give. Swanky decided to go to sleep. He's pretty well rested, actually, so I'm going to wake him up. Have him eat a meal. Maybe I'll just have him consume ambrosia. Head out here. Oh! Little bastards. I didn't realize that. There's already a hole in my wall. And then these walls are like severely damaged, so they're gonna need some repair. So I think what I'll do is I'll send Ink over here to do some fixing. That might have been the tough spikes or something. I don't think that that was necessarily the bugs themselves, because like why would they go destroy that? Talk, thank you for the resub. Oh no, seriously? Oh, this is dumb. I was standing right there with the 11 remaining medicine that they required, and they left before I handed it off to them. You're joking, right? So I don't get credit for it, even though I lost most of the medicine they were asking for. That feels... rude. Let's go with rude. Yeah, I got scammed. So now everyone's upset, because, well, actually, they're not even upset. I guess I didn't not fulfill it? I don't know. I don't know. Alright, Swanky, you want to go to sleep? That's fine. Ink can take over. Ink, are you... Oh, okay, you want food. I need someone that isn't, like, hungry. Come out here. Alright, Skyrim will do it. And guard the walls to make sure they don't break through. Yeah, leave him because a temp didn't trigger the negatives, which is good. Oh, they got through the door. Mayhaps I should have done that better. Alright, let's, rally most of the forces. Because they popped that door out like it was nothing. And there's still a lot of bugs left. And Skyra's like, hey, clean sweep. Get, frickin' over there. My robots clearly have some sort of suicidal tendencies. Because they continually try to run where running will get them killed. I'm gonna close this door behind me. Give me a little bit more time to rally. Bugs will be, you know, angry or whatever, but that's fine. And this is exactly why, GMT needs strong armor. Or, GMT, Ink. Where are the rest of them going? Oh, they spread out over here to cause damage. Got it. Oh, good, and a Royal Tribute Collector just showed up, and I'm sure they're going to be quite pleased when they get nibbled on by bugs. I'll have to explain to them that it's not my fault. Jobro, the clean sweeper. Got it. The suicidal clean sweeper, I might add. Alright, I'm going to say that you should stay in the mountain base. Done. And this time around, the bugs de-aggroed from damaging the walls any further, so they'll be marching down my way in a second. You're a robot and a horse. Yep. Oh, yep, there is the Royal Tribute Collector. Okay, so given that the Royal Tribute Collector is getting attacked right now, I'm going to have Ink come in here and just kill the hives before they reproduce. And I'll have Red put the fires out, because fires aren't really helping me anymore. And Goof's coming in to actually build the door. Alright, don't be very careful where you shoot, because if you hit Jib, I get blamed. Alright, looks like there's just 2 Mega Spiders left. That's not too bad. And Ink should be... yeah, he's just about done. That's a lot of jelly. Here, Ink, start hauling that. And then Goof, you haul some too. While you're out here, everyone grab something to pull home. Oh, this is dead, but not... yeah, okay. Dead in 8 hours, whatever. It's good enough. Alright, well that's done. Got a little bit more uranium scanned. Cool. And avoided the worst of the consequences of bugs being set free. Now, there's no real urgency to move this insect jelly anywhere safer because it's already enclosed. It's not going to rot or anything. Oh, hey, an Imperial Trader. I think they buy insect jelly, so that's nice. And it's Swanky's ex-lover, Kramer. Oh, where is Kramer? What's your type, Kramer? A crackhead. At least they're a nice crackhead. Not a crackhead. Got it. Chemically fascinated and a jogger. So, you know, a tweaker or something. Cool. Cool. So for the Locust armor that we want, we need 3 components, 3 advanced components. Which we have both. So mostly it was just waiting on the plasteel. And the plasteel is mostly just waiting on Ink getting the material. So I'm dismissing the Royal Tribute, but I will trade with the other one. Doing a quick scan, it looks like our perimeter is again secured. Hope it stays that way. Walls keep getting busted up by things. Okay, they will buy insect jelly. Good. So that saves me from having to haul it. I'll just put a temporary stockpile there. And primarily sell the insect jelly. So what do I want to buy from you? Cloth would be nice, because I'm kind of out of cloth for medicine. Plasteel's not for sale. Steel is for sale. But maybe I'll skip that. Hannibal's volume. That sounds like a sketchy thing to own. A psychic reader would increase my ability to negotiate for the future. It's not a terrible thing to buy, but relatively expensive. It takes a while for it to pay itself. There is this Eltec shirt that I could buy to help me in the rituals. So I'll buy one of those. A gene pack of very happy. It's kind of... I mean, if I had a gene bank, I don't have Xenoger gene... I don't even have the research for it yet, but... So the shirt... I'll buy the reader too. Oh, cool. The cloth is like a nice gray color. And then over here, we're just gonna need yet another shelf. This will be critically important of Eltec's stuff. Staff, robe, shirt, skull cap, stuff like that. None of the books were worth it. No. At least not that I determined. What is all the uranium for? What uranium? The 200 uranium that I have in my stockpile? It's just stuff that we mined up from excavating the ground. It's not really for anything. Although it does make for really good fireproof walls. So all of the cloth will help for getting medicine going again. In fact, I'm going to have Mikas whip up some drugs, some medicines. Because we gave away everything that we had, and then the game was like, ha ha ha, you don't even benefit from it. Bastards. Yeah, it looks like the heal root's ready to be harvested, so that's good. Alright, ink's back on plasteel. So, sooner or later, we'll have the materials for Locust Armor. A colossal structure. So, it is 15... just shy of 3,000 blocks for honor, Eltec stuff, or goodwill. And the White Dominion's asking for us to do it. So, question for you. Should I build the monument? Now, with that said, I would like to add the next rank for Sea Panda requires the throne room to be all fine floored, which is going to use a considerable amount of material. So, I know it looks like I have a lot of extra material at the moment, but that won't stay true for very long when the fine floors roll out. I just figured I would point that out. This is perfect. Oh, ink. I didn't know you could read. Oh, it's probably a picture book. Yeah, it's a Shadow Explores Farming. Shadow is probably like a cat or a dog. So it's a children's book. That makes sense. Alright, so you're going back to the deep drill. Mika's is going to hit you with a work drive. I need plasteel. For the rest of everybody else... So, Sea Panda. Current quest right now is a Baroness ceremony, where the throne room needs all fine floors. She already could become a Baroness, which would give her Silent level 5, which would allow her to, like, far skip and stuff, which is insanely good. So I think what I'm going to do is add that to my goal and fine floor the throne room. Because she becomes so much more powerful when that gets done. Although it will be a little bit upsetting until then for the lack of the flooring. So we have to tear everything up and then it will be undignified for a while. Jade scanned. Cool. The next time I can do a conversion ritual is 14 days. Got it. Do pawns choose books by passions? No. They choose books by assignment. By reading policy, essentially. So right now I have them on an anything reading policy, which really should just be not tomes. So novels, schematics, textbooks, and you can set up different policies depending on what you want them to read or not. So if you want your shooters to only read shooter books, you can set a new policy up where you just hand pick the policy. So like if I did that, it would be, you know, skill gain, shooting for textbooks, and that would be it. So novels are pleasure, schematics are unlocking new text, textbooks are skills, and tomes are eldritch, or rather void stuff, void research. So this would be like a shooting skill book. And then that way, if I had only shooting skill books in here. So like right now I have art, recreation, medicine and melee, animals, and plants and social. So like there really isn't a book applicable to that, but you get the idea of setting up specific policies. All right, you guys say nix to the monument. So monument nixed. Copy that. It would be a lot of work. Yeah, I don't particularly love building monuments. I'm not really a monument builder in game. Comms console broke. Yeah, early game it can be helpful. Yeah. The other thing is like research books, or just books in general, added to your research room increases research speed. Someone could make the argument I should move my bookcase in here. I guess I'll do that. I hadn't, but like I probably should. But then I would need a place to actually read in this room too. But that's not so hard to do. What is this? Oh, that's a heater. There. So now it's a better research room. Yeah, late game monuments are stupidly big. Yeah, exactly. Who has like 3K plus stone to donate or to dedicate towards that kind of stuff? Agreed. It would be one thing if it was, because you have to consider the amount of like physical labor required to build a monument of that magnitude. If you instead took that same amount of labor and worked towards making the rewards that you're being offered, you could probably get a lot more reward for the effort. Unless, of course, the reward is something unique that you can't make yourself, like res serum or something like that. All right, we have a bunch of impids coming in with all range, and they're all sappers. Got it. All right, mechs are going to be behind the walls. Everybody behind the walls. I'm going to rally everyone out to the western ones first, because they're fewer. I do have a Jan squad that I could call in that might be able to slow down the east. Yeah, I suppose if you are used to making mega bases and you're playing on really easier, much easier difficulties, it's not so much of an undertaking. The thing is, on harder difficulties, your population that you have dramatically increases the difficulty of the raids that you get. Meaning, if you have mega colonies, you end up in a situation where you have mega raids, which is a big problem when you're trying to undertake mega projects that are all vanity projects, right? It doesn't really... On harder difficulties, it's very difficult to have the bandwidth to make a giant monument that doesn't somehow immediately benefit your defenses or something. Ink, you're not even on fire. Why are you running away? Oh, I like how they, like, set their own entryway on fire. Alright. East is downed and leaving. I am going to need to patch up the holes in the wall because otherwise the horses run away. Impid weapons are, like, pretty not super high damage, so I haven't really been taking proper cover or anything. I probably should. I like how they're just setting themselves on fire in the... Oh, well, I guess that is Joe Bro, my clean sweeper. Who... Wait, how are you even there? Oh, because technically that is... Okay, fair enough. Alright, and then more are coming from the west. They went around... They come in through the same hole? I think they did, yeah. So let's switch the trees that were behind for cover. Ink should single-handedly have the east locked down in just a minute. Goof is having a mental break? Yeah, what else is new? Hey, there's one that's down but not dead. A jogger incapable of dumb labor who has high intellectual but is missing an arm and a leg. Alright, now they're all leaving. Ooh, you had a lot of silver. The Impids are always going to be hostile, so there's not much point in capturing and releasing or anything like that. But I'm not necessarily against trying to capture another potential colonist. Are you gonna break a hole, or are you... Okay, no, you're just leaving. Ink, is he gonna bleed out 2 hours? Who does medicine nearby? Goof? No. No one really does medicine nearby. Alright, Ink, guess what? You get to learn medicine. And we're probably going to want to cremate the corpses here, because if we don't, there's a chance that they resurrect and become an issue. Oh, Was that your idea of medicine? You cut his hand off and you killed him. Yeah, I should have known better. Ink's idea of what medicine is simple. Quite simple. I kind of like it, though. He just, he's like, I only do I only bash things. Sometimes I bash things to build, sometimes I bash things to mine, sometimes I bash things to kill. But whatever the case is, it's just bashing. Different forms of bashing, of course, but just, that's all he does. He just bashes. I appreciate that. He knows what he's about, and he doesn't mess about. It's like the old saying is like, I don't... What was the... let me get the direct quote. I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. Right? He's not a jack of all trades. Ink, he's just he just swings his arms hard. That's all he does. It sounds simple, but he's very good at it. Well, it's too bad about the potential researcher, but it kind of doesn't surprise me. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Anomaly Eldritch Guards, which originally streamed live on Twitch May 22nd. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. A special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that made it all the way to the credits. I hope to catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow guards.